What's up with y'all? Back for another one. And this weather has broken a bit and it's cooled down from 100-degree Scotty steaming out here. Right here on the borderline of Illinois and Indiana. Chicago is hop, skip, and a jump from where I am right now, Indiana. I'm at the borderline. So, not even 2 minutes away. But, as I was sitting here, I was scrolling through my phone and something popped up in my feed. And after I got a little bite to eat, I didn't want to pull off so quickly. Sometimes after I get a bite to eat, I just chill for a second. One of the two things I do, either I chill or I actually literally go walk for a little bit just to, kind of help that food settle right or whatever. I came across something. I was looking at it on Facebook. And you know what it made me realize? It made me realize something that a good brother of mine always says. Shout out to Wilmar Craven. He always says you got to be about 50 steps ahead of these broads out here. And this video that I'm about to show you, this clip of a woman and a man just sitting down having dinner while someone sits behind them. They get in the view of their camera. I want you to see why you got to be 50 steps ahead, because you have no idea how quickly something can escalate. And when I think about the young man who just tried to stand up for his mother like a man, like he was her man, and ended up taking the life of a other man, and now that be on his conscience, now that be post-traumatic stress. I'm going to show you exactly why a lot of you women are continue to have issues you have when you allow the masculinity to rise up in you. I see some of you, even in traffic, being behind the wheel of a car when all your car has to do is stop. All somebody has to do is follow your behind, if they really that crazy. And you let certain moments just cause delusion in you to where you just get buck and allow masculinity to rise up in you, and it really shows the devil that's in you to where you want to come at men. There's no scruples whatsoever that says, I'm going to have a nice day, you're going to have a nice day. We're going to leave it at that, because it could escalate to anything. We're going to just be on point. Y'all check this out.
Good day. I'm sorry I messed up today. Don't be worried. Don't be worried about it. I don't want your woman. I don't want your woman. Well, good. We'll go. You gotta go. Got somewhere to go?
I wouldn't give a damn if you did want her. She don't want you.
I don't want you either. You mad because didn't nobody compliment you?
No, baby. No, I'm not.
Okay, well, hush. All right, well, let her get her compliment in peace. Let her get her compliment in peace. You mad that that woman get a compliment? Do better so you can get one. Do better so you can get one. She looked nice and friendly, so I spoke to her. All right. You look mean and surly, so I didn't speak to you. Hell, you look mean and surly, so I didn't speak to you. What's wrong with that?
So right before I pull off and go where I gotta go, we're gonna get into a couple of points in this video where I'm hoping that I can help you understand what was happening and why you shouldn't allow these things to happen.
Good day. I'm sorry I messed up today. Don't be worried. Don't be worried about it. I don't want your woman. I don't want your woman. Well, good. We'll go. You gotta go. Got somewhere to go?
I wouldn't give a damn if you did want her. She don't want you.
I don't want you either. You mad because didn't nobody compliment you?
All right, brother. So one thing that I like is that for me, when I go out, when I'm by myself, with family, but especially if I'm with someone that I'm involved with or dealing with to any capacity, I like to sit in front of the entrance or the exit of the restaurant or establishment, because I want to be on guard to protect whoever I'm with. When it comes down to it, clearly this man was aware of his surroundings. You're going to see why I say that in a second here. But this woman, really, she's doing too much. She got the camera going. A friend got the camera going, I should say. She's going back and forth with this guy. And notice how she goes right directly to make it personal when he says she's complimenting his girl. Because apparently up until this point. This is why I don't like when you just throw cameras on right mid-issue, because clearly this is something that was going on for a while. Her friend turned on the camera, and now, right at this moment, oh, I complimented your girl, and now you in your feelings. You mad because I ain't complimented you? He don't want you, man.
No, baby, no, I'm not.
Okay, well, hush. All right, well, let her get her compliment in peace. Let her get her compliment in peace. You mad at that woman get a compliment? Do better so you can get one. Do better so you can get one.
So as I often tell you guys, if you're not trained to be a wife, you can only be one or two things, and that's the big mama, or you're going to be little sister. You saw one and then you were one. And so now the little sisters had more practice than the training of a wife coming out of somebody. And so there are two little sisters sitting at this table. One is doing the most talking, so you get to see how the little sister aggravates and agitates, and it reminds you of the and the person who posted this. They said that the man is childish, and even down to the caption on this screen, it says, "Man begins arguing with a woman after she gives his date a compliment and not him thoughts." Really, what a narrative! And that's why she continues to agitate him and say things like, "You want her compliment." And of course, you know why she's able to do this? Because for one, him going back and forth with her is making her feel as though she's equal to him. You ignore this. You make it clear that, look, you're in our space. We want to enjoy some privacy. Stop your clout chasing with your camera, trying to put it on. We don't want to be on nobody's social media. We just want, like you said, want to enjoy our dinner. You enjoy yours. It's over with. But all this extra stuff to agitate and get a rise out of the man, fellas, don't go for the bait.
She looked nice and friendly, so I spoke to her. All right. You look mean and certain, so I didn't speak to you. Hell, you look mean and certain, so I didn't speak to you. What's wrong with that?
Well, again, we won't really know what's wrong with anything because of the timing of which you started this video. Your little friend started this video, and you're clearly trying to paint a narrative. Oh, you look mean and sturdy. She look nice and sweet and all this other stuff. And as you can hear, he told, yes, she is. She's all of that. But this is above your pay grade to be coming all over here, focus on your table, because that's what the woman didn't want to do, is focus on her business on the other side. Instead, once she started to get to a certain place, and once you see the comments and all that thing that was in this post, you start to understand that the same thing happening in the videos happening in the comments, where these women are joining up like Voltron, like the Megazord and Power Rangers, and trying to defend each other and have sisterhood and all this stuff. And that's what you're going to see a lot of, and you cannot fall for it. Because ultimately, when it comes down to it, when this woman couldn't get her way and she couldn't, I guess, say the right thing, because the thing about a little sister is she's looking for the right agitation, the right get back, the right, come back to shut you up. And when she couldn't do that, she started trying to play on the woman that he was dating and sitting with's ego, and constantly compliment her and say little things over him that show, I don't respect you, man. Shut up. I'm going to talk to her. So one thing we get is she don't respect him, so you don't respect her. And this is why I continue to say broads like this by no means are supposed to be taken seriously, because then they think they're on your level. And that's why she can say disrespectful things to his face and somehow think I'm going to be disrespecting to you, talk over you, but still compliment your woman. Do you understand that that's what, by proxy, that's what goofies do when they talk over you to go to God? You have to start being able to identify when people are trying to overstep you, kind of like in a company where they overstep their supervisor and managers to go right to the CEO. Well, in business, properly structured, they won't allow that to happen. So one thing about it, brothers, in your communities, your churches, your homes, you're going to have to really make it clear and get to an understanding that in God's dynamic, you're under Christ, you're over the woman, and she should never be trying to usurp you to claim she's going to marry God or she's walking with him. She doesn't get to usurp your authority and then think that she still has access to God if she jumps over you, because even God's going to laugh at her. Because when these type of things are allowed, they become bigger and they end up looking like dogs without leashes, like they don't have an owner and they haven't been taught. This is our community.
I'm up out of here. I ain't gonna play with her. I'm out, baby.
Hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell.